Hey Pile One, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. I'm going to be your reader today, and we are doing another future spouse pick a card reading. This time we're going to keep it lighthearted, and we're going to be tapping into the energies and allowing your future spouse to come through and give you some feel-good messages, whether that might be encouragement on your journey, whatever good news might be coming through, or just, feel good messages about yourself, about your future spouse, whatever may need to come through. Just some feel good messages to help boost your energy or your ego or just your mood if you might need it. Okay. So keep in mind, you guys, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. As you saw from the slide before, I have a lot of $25 future spouse readings available. Just check the description box below for booking details. If you want me to, tap into you and your future spouse's energy exclusively. Okay, so pile one, you were drawn to the Garnet. And let's see, we're going to get some overall energies here. We have Strength. So some Leo energy coming through there. We also have Messenger, so that might be Gemini energy specifically, but it could also be air energy in general. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We got Snake. And then we also have Alchemy. Ooh, okay. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay. I gotta get stuff over here kind of somewhat even. I got some Virgo placements, you guys, in my chart, not in my big three, but in my chart overall, and it's kind of like I need things organized. Anyway, okay. You guys are pile one, on the right path, especially with Alchemy here. I'm feeling you. Oh, and now I'm picking up on Magician energy. And magician energy. Is that Gemini energy as well? I could be wrong. I don't know why. I think it is. I think Magician energy is also Gemini energy. I could be wrong. If you guys know differently, put it in the description box below. I should know this, and it's like Gemini energy, for whatever reason, is coming through very heavily in this reading, you guys. You've done something. Something happened. There's been a shift that has happened in your energy. I'm hearing recently. That's been I'm hearing mind altering. With Alchemy here, though, this is a very, very potent and strong, something very life altering, mind altering happened with you guys recently. For some of you, I am picking up that maybe you've gone on a recent like plant medicine trip, or maybe you're considering that. If you are considering it, then there is kind of like a nod to, you're getting, not that you need the okay from your future spouse, but they're saying, yes, that's the right path that you're on, because that plant medicine trip is going to somehow alchemize and facilitate a major shift in your energy that maybe you have been wanting to happen, but have not, up until this point experienced. Okay, so that is coming through for some of you. With Alchemy and the Snake here, also, I'm seeing something about a Kundalini activation, a Kundalini rising. Pile one, you're either on the precipice of a very important energetic shift within your own energy, or you've already experienced it. Okay? And that shift, that energetic shift, is a game changer. It is the catalyst to you finally being able to experience the life that you've always wanted to have. Okay, now let me say, you guys, you don't need plant medicine in order to achieve that shift. Okay, so if plant medicine has not been on your radar at all, don't worry about it. You don't need plant medicine in order to achieve, a Kundalini rising or, you know, a dramatic energetic shift, you don't need plant medicine. That message was for someone who has been considering plant medicine or who has been doing plant medicine. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I did, you know, put that out there. Although I am now getting, God, there's a lot of messages channeling through. I am also hearing that if you have been contemplating, say, like maybe doing ayahuasca or some other kind of plant medicine, that plant medicine does have a very important message that it wants to convey to you when you do that ceremony. Okay, so I am picking up, there is someone in this pile, could be several of you guys, who already have planned a plant medicine ceremony. Like it's already on your calendar. You've already, you know what I mean? So yes, we're going to move on though, because I know not everybody that's watching this is going to, you know, be going the plant medicine route. Okay, so let's move on. Feel good messages for my pile ones. You're becoming a whole new person, pile one, I'm hearing. The person that you always have been. Okay, so this is what we're alchemizing, pile one, is you're alchemizing the old persona, the person. Okay, so that wasn't even you. That was the programmed you. That was the you that was lost in, you know, egoic programming, which, you know, egoic programming is usually fraught with fears, pain, sadness, self-sabotaging, self-limiting beliefs and things of that nature. And it's like I don't know, I almost feel like if you were really to sit, and you may already know this, it's like if you were to, if the you now was to go back, like say in 5 years, or should I say the you 5 years ago, if you were to go visit the you 5 years ago in the past, the you 5 years ago in the past wouldn't even recognize who you are today in a good way. There's something that you have been doing that you've been releasing mental and emotional baggage. You have been overcoming, you know, self-sabotaging, self-limiting beliefs. It's like you're a whole new, entire different person. The energy that you're in now is completely different than the energy that you were in the past. It's like you're not even the same person energetically. You're more aligned with your quote-unquote God self, right? Your creator self. You're more aligned with like who you were born to be, your original blueprint, okay? Which is very powerful. Pile one, let's get some feel-good messages. We got South Node. Yeah, that's kind of a nod to breaking out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone was keeping you very suffocated. When we talk about South Node things that are things that we are very familiar with, things we're comfortable with, and a lot of the times, you know, what feels comfortable is actually toxic, right? That's how people can stay in toxic situations when breaking free, you know, feels very uncomfortable. And so you've been shedding skin, I'm hearing. You've been shedding old, tired, outdated, toxic, outworn skin. And I feel like you guys are still in the process of doing this, but what I'm hearing, and I don't know why it's coming out this way, pile one, but the worst is behind you, okay? The worst is behind you. Give me more feel-good messages for pile one, please. Interesting that we have this dynamic coming out. We got the waning gibbous moon versus the waxing gibbous moon, and the way they come out, see how they're kind of like we got this over here, and they're kind of like, I don't know, for some reason that really just, see how they kind of, I mean, if we were to put them, yeah, or if they were to be that way. hold on. A lot of shadow integration that has been going on. So with waning gibbous, we have the calm after the storm. It says gratitude, sharing, appreciation, transformation. Good for meditation, internal reflection, assessment, and evaluation. That's kind of a nod back to this alchemy over here. Giving back, transmutation, yes, alchemy, right? Surrender. And then it coincides with the star in the tarot, which is Aquarius energy. And then with the waxing gibbous moon, we've got adjustments, clarifying your direction and intention. I just heard course correction. Ooh, okay, hold on. We got clarify your direction and intention, acceleration, final stages, light at the, you're almost there. Final stage is light at the end of the tunnel, good for clarifying details, being mindful, adjusting, refining, observance, tarot. The tarot card with that one is Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy. South node here, there's more Aquarius energy because it's with the Fool. So Aquarius energy here twice. Ooh, yeah, you guys are, okay, Paul, when you have been learning how to be very comfortable, how to get comfortable, feeling uncomfortable, okay? If not, then that's like the key. Learning how to get comfortable, feeling uncomfortable because something about your comfort zone is or has been holding you back. But I already feel like a lot of you know that. This is part of you, like, I'm feeling you break out of a mold, right? You're breaking out of a mold, shedding old skin. You're shedding that mold. You're learning who and what you truly are, and who and what you truly are cannot be contained in a box, right? It cannot be contained in a comfort zone. Your soul is wanting to expand, and I feel like you're heeding that call. So we have lunar nodes here. It says karmic path and gifts carried over from a previous lifetime, comfort zone, falling back or fallback position, easy but not fulfilling. Yeah. And so you have realized that your, whatever this comfort zone is, that it's like it's kept you trapped. And you've realized that. And so you're busting out of that mold. You're busting out of that old skin. You're busting out of the avatar, whatever your name is, right? Whatever your personality is. And you're seeing like, I'm so much more than that. I can be who and whatever I want to be. Like maybe you have, up to this point, saw yourself as someone who has been very shy. Maybe you're like, I'm not a people person, right? I'm introverted. I'm this, I'm that, you know, whatever. And you're realizing what you have been doing is you've been coloring yourself into a box, right? And you're like, I can be whatever I want, you know, because a personality really is just a construct, and it's a list of it can be very self-limiting, right? It can be, doesn't always have to be. And what you're realizing is that you kind of shut yourself off in a box because you felt safe there, right? Something about that comfort zone felt very safe, even though it was very restricted. You're busting out of that if you haven't already. And I'm trying to figure out because I just heard course correction. Maybe you have been on a path and that's what the path you were on. And it could just very well be, you know, who you perceived yourself to be, whatever your personality was. Because like, you know, think about who you perceive yourself to be. Maybe you're like, okay, I'm shy. I'm not a people person. And, you know, I'm not good with money. It takes me a while to warm up to people, things of that nature. And you're recognizing and realizing that that personality that you put on, that you believe about yourself, has had you on a certain path, right? Something happened though. I feel like a lightning bulb went off in your head and you realized like a personality is simply just a set of beliefs of who you believe yourself to be. You can be anybody that you want, right? and you're shedding old skin, and you're realizing it's like, oh, I actually love people. I'm actually, I love people. I'm actually very outgoing in the right environments. Yeah. You can be very outgoing when you feel safe around certain people, right? And that may have been it. Maybe you didn't feel safe being around people, and now you're learning how to feel safe in your own skin, safe in your environment. You're learning how to feel safe around other people. Other people may have something to do with your destiny here, and maybe you've been holding yourself back because for some reason up to this point, you did not feel safe with people. Maybe you had trust issues, you know what I mean? And so, but I feel like you're busting out of that. You're learning how to feel safe no matter where you're at. Okay. I'm starting to ramble here, but let me find out what course correction has to do with, because yeah, let's find out what course correction is. Let's find out what course correction is, because I heard you're on the right path. So you're on the right path. So I feel the course correction already happened. So let's find out a course correction to what? Ooh, no competition with the Five of Wands. There's no obstacles, whatever path you're on. Let's get one more. Got the Ten of Wands coming out. So there's still a feeling like there's still a lot of work ahead of you. But you're up to the task, whatever this course correction is. And this may not have anything to do whatsoever with your journey to your person, your future spouse. Tell me, why did the King and the Queen of Wands just pop out together? There's a lot of fire energy here, by the way. We have the Five of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Wands, and then we also have the King and the Queen of Wands. Okay, a perfect match, perfectly balanced. Both are in the upright, functional aspect of this energy. Okay, lots of fire here, lots of passion, lots of energy. Okay, you may have been someone in the past, pile one. You may have felt very fatigued. You may have been dealing with a lot of energy leaks that made you very tired, that sapped you of your motivation, your inspiration, your desire and your will to want to move forward or do anything, you know what I mean? But I feel like your creativity and your passion and your zest and your zeal for life has been reinstated. If not, then you're in the process of rediscovering, because let's find out why the Ten of Wands is here. You're up to the task. Whatever it is, it's like you have more than enough energy to, because the Ten of Wands is talking about going out and working the land, right? Maybe there's a purpose and a passion that you have. And yes, however much work that may take, you also have the passion and the energy, the physical, mental, and emotional energy to match it, like whatever it is. Let's find out more about this Ten of Wands energy here. Why did I just hear no limit soldier? do you call yourself a no limit soldier, or is that that's funny? No limit soldier. I love that. What's the Ten of Wands here for? Why is the Ten of Wands here? We have the Page of Swords coming out, and then we have the King of Swords in reverse. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Let me see if there's anything else that wants to come. That makes a lot of sense with the Five of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there might be some opposition, but it's not going to touch you. Okay, it's not going to touch you. You know why, pile one? Because whoever tries to come up against you, we got the Page of Wands and the King of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this is you, right? This is you. You're the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, okay? So you're very inner balanced. very balanced with your inner masculine, inner feminine energies. Your energy, you've alchemized so well. This is where you're at, okay? You're the king and the queen of wands. That's your inner feminine, inner masculine energies are perfectly balanced. You got people who are not balanced, okay, that may try and come up against you, or may try to form some kind of opposition to you, but they're not going to be able to, because whatever functional energy they might be in, that energy is showing up as a Page of Swords, okay, King of Swords in reverse. And so whatever energies try to come up against you, literally no competition with the Five of Wands in reverse, no competition whatsoever. You're not even worried about it. Okay, you're not even worried about it. Whatever work that you do have to put in, because with the Ten of Wands here, there is kind of a thing here, like, you know, yes, you got some work ahead of you. I feel like this is in terms of the work that you're wanting to do, or maybe it's your purpose, maybe it's your calling or something like that. But with you being in the energy of the King and the Queen of Wands together, right, you have more than enough energy to power and fuel whatever work needs to be done. And there's going to be passion fueling it. So it's going to be never ending. You're going to have so much passion and power to get whatever that job is done. And whatever opposition may try to come against you, you're not even going to notice it. You're just going to be so busy building your empire, working your land, working your business, you know, working in your purpose and your calling. You know, whatever opposition may come your way is going to be like little blips. It's going to be like, you know, with those gnats that kind of fly around. Yeah, it's annoying, but it doesn't stop you from at all. It doesn't stop you from doing anything of what you're doing, right? Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to see if there's any guidance that wants to come through. If you don't want guidance or advice, you can just click off now. Okay, some people do, some people don't, but this is just going to be advice and guidance coming through. Hopefully feel good advice and guidance, okay? Before I get this out, you guys make sure you're smashing that like button for me. Comment below, let me know what pile you picked, to let me know what you thought. Yeah, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and then make sure you're hitting that notification bell so you don't miss an upload or an announcement, like when my when my readings go on sale. Okay, for pile one, do you have any guidance or any advice for pile one to help them along at this time? We have blame and accountability. Anything else? Ooh, what was that? Wistful. We got time. Ooh, time travel. That's interesting. Let's get one more. Guidance and or advice for pile one. All right, so we got blame, accountability, and then we also have wistful and time travel. I'm hearing you, it's like you're able to rise above. You're doing that now. You're soaring high above the clouds. And in this instance, the clouds would be anything obscuring the truth, or anything obscuring reality, anything obscuring clarity, anything like that. You're in a really good, pile one, you are in a very good place. Powerful. You're in a very powerful place, okay? You're coming up in magician energy, clear, concise. If you're not feeling that way, I feel like this is the energy that's coming, okay? This is what you can expect. This is something that's coming. The end result of all of this is you living a very powerful, a very fulfilling. You're going to be feeling like, you know, you're on point and on purpose. Like every day you're going to be waking up, and it's just your life is going to feel very fulfilling, because you know exactly what to do, and what you're doing brings you a sense of purpose. It brings you a sense of fulfillment. And yeah, oh, I love this reading for you guys, pile one. I hope that it resonated. All right, again, comment below. Let me know what you think, you guys. Let me know your experience so far. If this is your experience, like what it's been so far. I'm very curious about, you know, what it is you're doing, pile one, because it seems like, you know, you're one of those people that may have been put here to be a catalyst to change in a good way somehow, adding to the healing of, I'm hearing the planet, of the population, some way, shape, or form, you guys, okay? We're going to close it out here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see you at your next Future Spouse Pick a Card reading. Bye. Pile 2, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We are doing another Future Spouse Pick a Card reading. This time we're going to keep it light, you guys. We're going to open up the channel between you and your future spouse and allow whatever feel-good messages to come through, okay? Whatever those messages may be about, you know, whether you need an ego boost, maybe you just need to feel good, you know, about something, maybe a boost in your mood, or just, you know, help you to feel good about, you know, your journey to your future spouse, or just your life journey in general, whatever comes through. Okay, so keep in mind, pile 2, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. As you saw in the slide before, I have a lot of $25 future spouse readings available. Just check the description box below for booking details. And we're just going to get right into your reading, you guys. Okay, so pile 2, you were drawn to this skull. So when I bought it, it said it was Moonstone, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like Moonstone, but... this white skull, okay, feels good. I just not quite sure about the material. It doesn't really feel like Moonstone. Anyway, let's see. We're gonna get the overall general energies. We got change. We got dog. And we got bird. We also have discover your life purpose, which we have a lot of animals here. I don't know if maybe if you're a people person, or if animals have something to do with your life purpose. I know that's a very specific detail, so of course it's not going to resonate for everybody, okay? I'm hearing you can trust the path. You can trust the path you're on. I don't know if maybe you're dealing with a lot of confusion at this time, pile 2. Maybe you are kind of in a place of unknown where there's, I don't know. We'll see what it says. We got discover your life purpose. We got change. And then we also have dog. And then we got birds. Let's see. We got the numbers 29, 18, or 12. So those dates may be, you know, you may have a birthday on the 29th, on the 18th, or on the 12th of, you know, any given month. We also have different life path numbers here. So life path number 7, life path number 9, and then life path number 3. Those may be significant as well. If you don't know what your life path number is, I would go check it out. There may be something with your life path number, especially if it's listed here, that may help you with discovering what your life purpose is. All right, let's delve some more. We're gonna see what all this has to do with anything. Okay, pile 2, feel good messages. What do we got? We got the first house, ruled by the planet Mars and Aries. Okay, deals with firsts, pioneering things. Okay, first impressions. Has to do with the self, your personality, has to deal with ego, identity, appearance, beginnings, attitude, and approach to life. Interesting. Let's get a couple more. Feel good messages for pile 2. I just heard that song, and all I'm hearing is the chorus. I think it's by it's by Maroon 5, but I just heard "She Will Be Loved." She will be loved. I'm feeling there's an energy coming through. So the message coming through right now, pile 2, is that I feel your energy to be very reliable. With the dog here, we tend to associate dogs with loyalty, right? Like, you know, you may very well be an animal lover too, with all this animal imagery coming out, and wondering, you know, and you may even be more of an animal person versus like a people person, right? Because maybe for you, animals are much more predictable. Like, you know that when you get a pet or you have a dog, it's like, you know that whatever you pour into that animal emotionally, you know, you're going to get back, right? There's almost a feeling of safety with, you know, relationships to animals versus, you know, relationships to humans. I do feel for a lot of the people that are tuning into pile 2, I feel the vast majority of you are, you consider you like animals more than you like humans, okay? And the reason being is because it's like, you know, for you, it's like, you know that you're going to get back from them what you put in. And so a message coming through for you guys, it's like, you know, there may be a question. You may be questioning whether or not you're ever going to find a relationship. It may not even be just exclusively, you know, a future spouse. Like, will I ever have a friendship? You know, I don't know. I'm feeling this energy of maybe you're feeling quite lonely when it comes to just, you know, human company pile 2. And I keep hearing you will be loved. You will, like, yes, you know, you are going to come across people that are like you, that are, you know, loyal, that are reliable. I'm hearing responsible. That may be a big one to you, because I was getting ready to say reliable and responsible is wanting to come out. I don't know if maybe you've had interactions or dealings with other people where maybe they've taken you for granted, right? Or they, you know, maybe they've made you promises and they just never seem to follow through. And so let's get a couple more cards out here. We got Saturn. I just heard Saturn return, but I think there's a Saturn return card in this deck. Some of you may be about to enter into your Saturn return, which the number 29 over here, I think that does correspond. That is a Saturnian degree. And it also is around the ages of 27 to 29 when a person usually experiences their first Saturn return. Let's get one more. I'm feeling, you guys, something is about to change. Something is about to wrap up. Whether or not you are experiencing a Saturn return, this is kind of the energy that's coming through. You know, and since this is a feel-good message, maybe you are getting very tired of the status quo, and it's like a change is coming, okay? Could be literally, if you're 27, 28, 29, it's like literally you're in the middle of a Saturn return right now. That may be why, if things have been seeming like a lot of your relationships have made, like maybe you've dealt with a lot of endings recently, the endings of relationships, and there could be relationships with people that you've had in your life for a long time. That's why, you know, anything that isn't worthy of you, that's not worthy of your attention. Of course, we got discover your life purpose here, especially if wanting to find out what your life purpose is or live your life purpose. I'm hearing the message, you got to be careful what you ask for, because a lot of the times, especially if your life purpose is elevated, okay, energies in your life that may have been holding you back are taken out of the equation. And a lot of the times, you know, those endings can be very painful, even though they're beneficial, right? We got new moon coming out here. Okay, so let's see what we got so far. We got the first house. We already went through that. We got Saturn here, which is associated with the tarot card, the World, ruled by Capricorn, achieving. Okay, it says the phrase that it rules is I achieve. Yeah, transit signs every 2 to 3 years. And so you may have been through a lot of changes that may feel very challenging within the last 2 to 3 years. I'm hearing leveling up though, removing those energies from your life. It's like those energies, those people, those connections, those relationships, were holding you back. Okay. They were, for some of you, the word comfort zone is coming through, and I know feeling comfortable can be very important for people, but comfort zones can also be very toxic, if not at least restrictive, like a ball and chain, right? Yeah, so one of the feel-good messages that's coming through, it's, you know, a lot of change may have been happening in your life within the last 2 to 3 years, okay? And maybe wanting to help you put into perspective of, well, here we have the new moon, because the Saturn energy, the message is leading from the Saturn energy into the new moon, okay? It talks about this seeding, planting what you desire, limitless possibilities, symbolic portal to manifestation, receiving guidance, good for clarifying intentions, new beginnings. We got new beginnings twice here. Make-A-Wish, healing, and then it's associated with the Fool in tarot, okay? So we went right from the World, which is the very last major arcana, right into the Fool, which is, yeah, so we're wrapping up something. This is a big change, you guys, okay? We even have the change card right here. This is a big change. You're going from an old you, an old life, right into an old you, an old life, maybe even an old path, right? Into something completely new. And this, I'm hearing shocking. This may feel shocking. It may have shocked your system because you may not have been expecting to lose what was lost, right? Let's get some, hold on, we're going to get some. I feel a lot of you watching this are still kind of in that energy with dealing with the loss of some of the things. So let's find out. Show me this new path. Okay, because you've already known the old, right? What you've lost. And now maybe it's kind of you're stuck at the precipice. It's like, yeah, you know you're on a new path. You know, and it may be very difficult for you to hold a vision, you know, to hold blessings, to hold stuff like that when you don't know what you're looking forward to. What it's saying though is like the slate is completely clean. You can make of it anything that you want, right? Limitless possibilities. So it's like you're being handed a completely clean slate. This includes you, everything that you believed up until this point about yourself. Especially if it's self-limiting, you can change like who you believe yourself to be. If you think you're not a people person, if you think you're shy, if you think you're bad with money, or you're bad with people, or you're bad at first impressions, or, you know, people just don't like you, you know, those are all ego constructs. That's only who you are because that's who you believe yourself to be. But once you change your story about yourself, once you wipe that slate clean and say, I can be anybody that I want. I can be outgoing. I can be gregarious. I can be courageous. I can be anybody that I want to be. Who do you want to be? That's like you're being given, you know, a clean slate. So this new path can have anything on it that you want. It says limitless possibilities. That's true. Okay, anything that may have been taken away. Think about, here's a message coming through. Think about maybe for some of you that have within the last 2 to 3 years experienced kind of like a clearing away of a lot of, you know, old connections. Think about maybe some of the ways those connections were holding you back. Even if it's just those connections keeping you tied to a version of yourself, of who you believe yourself to be, that was not, what's that word? And I just lost it. Keeping you tied to an old version of yourself that wasn't conducive to living the life that you want to live. Okay, hope that came right. There was a word and a phrase that was wanting to channel through, and I lost it. But, you know, seeing as like those people had to go because they were keeping you tied and anchored to a version of yourself that was very limiting, very self-limiting, okay? Not to say that, you know, those old people cannot meet the new you or the new person that you are becoming, but for whatever reason, they weren't able to stay around for the transition. They weren't able to stay around during the transformation, okay? Tell me more about this new path, this new life, this new experience for pile 2. There's the Fool in reverse. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, okay. I get it. I get it. Oh. And this is coming through very humorous, in a humorous way, pile 2. It's like, and you may have seen this about yourself. You may have been a scaredy cat, okay? You may have been very timid is a word that's wanting to come through. You know, knowing that there were leaps of faith that were needing to be taken and not taking them, not taking any risks, not taking any chances. You just wanted to kind of stay in your own little comfort zone. You know, that's in that comfort zone. It felt very warm and fuzzy, but you weren't realizing like you were being kind of suffocated by it, right? But the King of Wands here, it's like you're busting out of that. You're busting out of that because in that comfort zone, you were also realizing it was suffocating your zest and your zeal and your passion for life, right? And all the excitement is outside of that comfort zone. Let's get one more. And the new path also, it's like, you know, whatever risks may come, you're going to be up for it because the King of Wands is all about taking action. The King of Wands has a shit ton of energy, a physical, mental, emotional energy to apply to whatever that action is that they're wanting to be taken. And not only do they have all of that energy, they also have the desire. They have the motivation. They're feeling inspired. And so, you know, let's find out some more. Ooh, you guys, I'm tapping into the you that is in that new energy, and you are full of just energy. You're full of passion. You're full of fire. It feels good, you guys. Your energy, you. I'm in your energy right now in that new path, and nothing. I'm feeling like in your energy. I'm feeling you feel nothing is holding you back. There's a song that's wanting to channel through. I got to keep on moving. Nothing's gonna hold me down. Something. Uh-oh, I gotta keep on moving. It's like it doesn't matter what obstacles may come. It's like you're having fun, you're enjoying life, and even like the obstacles that come, you're like, ooh, here's a challenge. How am I gonna, you know, how is this gonna try and challenge me today? It's like, ooh, there's an opportunity for growth. It's like nothing that comes your way holds you down. You're like, you're so confident. You're so I just heard you're so full of yourself, but not in a bad way. You're like, I am full of myself. Like, in other words, it's like, I know who I am. I know what I got. I know what I'm capable of. I got this, right? Oh my gosh, you guys. Ooh, I love that energy. Let's see if anything else wants to come through. I love being in that energy, you guys. Oh my gosh. I feel so happy right now. I feel so elated, and that's because like I'm embodying the energy that you're in this new phase, right? You don't feel restricted. You don't feel limited in any way. Yeah, there may be things in the 3D that, you know, that may show up like obstacles, but you're not held back by anything, right? This King of Wands energy is just busting through everything, and it comes from the inside out, right? Yeah, nothing else is wanting to come out about that. Okay. Ooh, that was beautiful. All right, what we're going to do now, you guys, is we're going to get some, you know, advice or guidance, whether it's coming from your future spouse, you know, the higher self of your future spouse or whatever. You don't have to stay for this part. Sometimes people they don't like advice and guidance, and that's okay. But while I am getting this energy out, make sure you guys, if this video resonated, please smash that like button. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. yeah, comment below. Let me know what pile you picked. Let me know what you thought. Let me know how it resonated. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe, become part of the family, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss an upload or an announcement like when, you know, readings go on sale. All right, let's see. Is there any advice or guidance for pile 2 at this time? Is that song, Nothing's Gonna Break My Stride, or Nothing's Gonna Break My Shine, or something like that? Nothing's Gonna Hold Me Down. Whoa, I gotta keep on moving. Something like that. Oh, I don't know what song that is. If you guys know what song that is, please put it in the description bar, or put it in the comment section. I don't know what song that is, but it feels so good. And that's like the energy that you're in this new phase, right? This new you. It's like King of Wands energy all day, whether, you know, you're male or female. It's like you're in that energy. We got chaos here. We got wistful, which, by the way, if you guys were drawn to pile 1, I am picking up a lot of that energy here. It feels kind of like maybe a carryover, because these 2 cards did come out for that as well. Let's get one more. I just heard rising above the bullshit. Rising above the bullshit. We got empty, lack, fulfillment. Okay. We got, let's see, chaos, wistful. We got time travel. What did I just hear? Ain't nobody got time for that. I am almost feeling like, you know, this is kind of it's not really advice or guidance. It's almost like you're on the right path, pile 2. Okay. I feel like you've put the past behind you. You're more than willing to leave it there. There just may be some, every now and again, there might just be a part of you that kind of wants to look back and, you know, but I feel like for the most part, you're closing that door and you're moving on, which is, you know, like I said, if there is anyone that you have to leave in the past, there is a message coming through that not everybody has to stay there. It's just those people were not able to be a part of your journey during this transformative time for you, right? They can meet you in, you know, your new King of Wands energy or on your new path, but they weren't able to walk it with you. And I don't know, there may be something with, you know, discovering your life purpose where maybe you are going to help them, you know, down their path somehow. And believe it or not, if there were any transgressions against you, you are just naturally, you're going to come to a natural feeling of finally wanting to forgive, wanting to absolve debts. And you're not saying that what happened was okay, right? For the word abandoned is coming through for some of you. For some of you, these people, they left you feeling abandoned. And it's not, and you know what? You may even come to a place in your journey where you're like, you know, I am thankful that you did that, because had you not done that, I wouldn't be down the path that I am now. And so there may even be a part of you sometime in the future that can literally look at the person that maybe did some of the, you know, that abandoned you, that walked away from you, maybe when you feel like when you needed them the most and stuff. And you're actually able to look them in the eye and be like, I'm actually thankful that you did that, because if you didn't, I'd still be stuck in that old version, wanting, you know, validation from you, or wanting, you know, whatever it was that you were wanting from those connections. I hope that makes sense. Because you went from the old version of you that maybe felt like an empty cup, that you were needing, you know, other people to show up in ways where, you know, you may have needed their validation, you may have needed their, you know, you may have needed them to make you like you were good enough or something. You were needing other people or these other connections to pour into you because you were feeling empty. And on this new path, you don't need anyone in order to fill your cup, because your cup is full all the time. You've learned how to fill it yourself. Yeah, love that. Is there anything else wanting to come through about advice and guidance for pile 2? No. Well, That's pretty much it, you guys. Okay, thanks again for hanging out with me today, you guys. I will see you at your next pick a card reading. Bye, pile 2. Hey, pile 3, welcome back. My name is Michelle. If you're new here, and I'm going to be your reader today, and we are doing another future spouse pick a card reading. This time we're going to keep it light, you guys. We're going to look into having some feel-good messages come through from your future spouse, whatever it is you need, okay? Whether you need an ego boost, or maybe you need a boost to your mood. Maybe you need to feel better about, your journey, your life journey, or your journey to your future spouse, whatever it is, right? We're going to keep it nice and light and sweet today, okay? Yeah, so just keep in mind, you guys, this is a general read. Take what resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. As you saw from the slide before, there are a lot of $25 future spouse readings that you can book. Just check the description box below for booking details. And we're just going to get right into it. So pile 3, we're drawn to the Tiger Eye Heart. I'll put that over here. Now we're going to get the overall energies. We got transition. We also got key. Then we have home. Interesting. We'll see how these all there is a message coming through for pile 3, like whatever it is you're seeking, like you have the key, like you're wanting something in your life to change, or something, there's a change that you're seeking, and it's like you already have the key to that. Whatever that change may be, and it could be over multiple areas, but it's like whatever it is that you're seeking change in or transition in. And this could be talking about, this could be literal, like a key to a home, right? Maybe. Oh yeah, that could be literal for some of you, okay? Again, this is a general read, so this message is not going to be for everybody, but this is talking about maybe transitioning from one house or one home to another. If you're wondering whether or not pile 3, that move is going to go through, or if it's going to fall through, it's like the message is like, yes, you literally have the key, okay? At least energetically. So you're in the process of manifesting that in, okay? Whatever that might be. I don't know if you're wanting a better living situation, like maybe you're, maybe you want to manifest, a better house or a bigger house, or maybe you want to manifest moving into a house or something like that. But it's like energetically, you already have the key. Okay. That's for some of you. Okay. We're going to move on and see what else this has to do. Feel good messages for pile 3. There's also a message coming through pile 3 that maybe you have been in this time of transition for a while. Maybe, you have learned, it's been very uncomfortable. You've been very uncomfortable for a while, which you have grown very comfortable with. You have realized that has been part of your journey. You have been learning how to escape whatever comfort zone you've been in, because you realized like change and transformation and fulfillment and living the life that you want to live is outside of that comfort zone. But it also has required you to, I'm hearing, live authentically, which has been very uncomfortable for you, at least in the beginning. But you have learned how to be comfortable feeling uncomfortable. And the good news is, so there's good news coming in pile 3, that your life is about to get very comfortable, very comfy is what I'm hearing. Like, good transition coming through, especially with home. I'm feeling like warm and fuzzy. I'm like, things are getting ready to be, like whatever you're wanting to manifest in, you're going to be manifesting that. You're going to feel very comfortable, very safe, very at ease with life and what's coming down the line, right? But that required you. So I feel like you have an ideal life that you're wanting to manifest. You want your life to look like something, right? And working towards that has required you to shed a lot of old skin. You guys may have been drawn to one or both of the other first two piles. Okay, there's a lot of themes here that are kind of I feel like this entire, up to this point, could be like one entire read, but there are some messages here that did not come out in the other one. I can already feel them. Things are about to, now I'm hearing they're about to get really good. Your life is about to get really good, pile 3, because you were willing to do the uncomfortable thing, and you learned how to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And now your reward is going to be that, you know, life is finally going to be comfortable and safe and all that good stuff from here on out. Okay. Good rewards coming in pile 3. Let's see, what else do we have? What other feel-good messages do we have for pile 3? There, yeah. We got Virgo energy. And we got the moon. Let's get one more. Very satisfying, very fulfilling. Like your everyday life is going to feel so, that may have been a thing. Maybe, I don't know. You could have had a problem with living everyday mundane life. Mundane life. You may have had a problem with the day-to-day, right? Maybe you had a thing where you lived in a fantasy world, or I don't know. There's something here about your everyday life being fulfilling. And we're talking about, you know, Virgo energy talks about daily routines, and daily routines can often, and this actually, you know what, I feel like this is the energy that you have learned to get comfortable in. Oh, okay. And because you were able to do that, now life is getting ready to get very exciting. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so you may have had a hard time living in 3D reality. You may have had a hard time, you know, doing the everyday mundane tasks like, you know, doing the dishes, tidying up, dusting, going grocery shopping, like stuff like that may have been very boring for you. And you're like, I want to be a rock star. I want to travel the world. I want to do this and I want to do that. And I don't know what may have served as a catalyst, and that's not really for this reading, but it's like you've gotten comfortable, right, with feeling uncomfortable because there was something about everyday life that left you feeling very disenchanted. I don't know exactly what that was, but I feel like you've made peace with that. You've learned how to, like, okay, I'm just, you know, I'm going to learn how to somehow enjoy myself even while I'm doing the dishes. I'm going to learn how to enjoy myself even when I'm making the bed. I'm going to learn how to love my life even when, you know, I'm taking the dog for a walk, you know, and having to scoop up its crap and whatever. Like, I feel prior to this, life may have felt very disenchanting. Maybe it felt very redundant and stuff like that. And then something within you sparked a realization like, you know, I can somehow find the excitement and the beauty and the zest and zeal for life, even in the midst of doing the dishes, giving the kids a bath, you know, all that stuff. And now, because you've learned how to do that, it's like life is getting ready to get very exciting. Okay, like all of the things that you have been yearning for, but, you know, not that you let go of it, but then you realize like you were waiting for those things to happen in order for you to feel excited, in order for you to love life. And you're like, no, I'm going to learn how to love life in this moment. I'm going to learn how to love life while I'm doing the dishes, while I'm doing the vacuuming, while I'm doing the dusting, while I'm picking the kids up, you know, in, what do they call that? In the pickup line. My kids get dropped off by, you know, by the bus. But anyway, so because you've learned how to do that, you learned how to love life, and it's even in its most mundane moments, and you've learned how to feel excited even in the most unexcited things. You unlocked something. That's the key. You unlocked it, right? And now things are getting ready to get very exciting in terms of like you're actually going to be able to experience things that really are exciting, right? You know, taking a trip somewhere, vacations, maybe, you know, a business that you became a part of finally takes off, and it's like things are going to get very fun and very exciting very soon. Okay, we got 11th house at the back. A lot of people might be involved. You might want to become part of a bigger community, you know, network and so just things are going to be so much fun. And so it's so exciting. And it's like, you know, it's the life that you've always wished and that you've always dreamed of. Is finally, things are going to get really exciting. That's the message that's coming through in a good way. We got third quarter here with the release, out with the old, and bad discernment. So no more bad discernment. So we are out with the old and bad discernment. Oh no, just out with the old and bad. Punctuation, y'all. Okay, out with the old and out with the bad, okay? It also stands for discernment, cleansing, forgiveness. It's good for letting go, reflection, taking responsibility, cleaning out emotional and physical clutter. That's more of that Virgo energy, right? Oh yeah, and then it's like realizing like a lot of the times our outer world reflects our inner world, and so you're like, okay, you know, I'm feeling dull and I'm feeling hopeless and I'm feeling, you know, no sparkle, no glitter on the inside, and that's why things on the outside are reflecting that back to me. It's like things on the outside are boring because inside there's nothing happening, right? And you've learned that, and so now things are finally starting to glitter and sparkle on the outside, but because you've realized, like, it starts with you, right? It also says tying up loose ends, and then tarot with the Judgment. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if maybe you let dreams die or maybe you let go an old dream or something like that, but I'm feeling, I just heard an old dream is being resurrected. It was something that you had to let go of, at least temporarily, so that you could learn to love and enjoy your life right where it was at, but that there's new life being breathed into it now. Okay, especially with the moon energy here. This says High Priestess as far as the tarot goes. Cancer energy, but it's also Pisces energy. Pisces energy is all about dreams. I love that we have resurrecting dreams here together. Okay, a resurrection of an old dream that maybe you've had to let go of, but it's like that's getting ready to be resurrected. Things for you, pile 3, are about to get very fun, very exciting. I'm hearing hold on to your pants. It's going to be the ride of your life or something like that. Okay. Let's see, it talks about emotions, moods, subconscious habits, instincts, security, and creativity. But yes, things are about to get very exciting for you. You're going to be able to, like, one day you're just going to wake up and be like, this is a life that I always wanted. And it was only when you learned how to love life and feel excited about life and find the glitter in even the most dull moments, was when your outer life finally started to reflect that, right? Okay, I love that message for you guys, actually. Love it, love it. Is there anything else for pile 3? Any other feel-good messages? You guys, while I'm getting this energy out, make sure that if this, video resonated, that you're pushing that like button for me. Comment below. Let me know what pile you picked. Let me know what you thought. Let me know how it resonated. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe and then definitely hit that notification bell so you don't miss an upload or an announcement, like when my readings go on sale. Okay, let's see. Things are about to change very quickly, I'm hearing, especially with the 8 of Wands, and then we got the King of Wands. And the King of Wands has actually showed up in every single reading up to this point for this series, for this particular pick a card video. Let's get one more. You guys, passion, your zest and your see, but I feel like you're in this energy now, which is why things are getting ready to change so drastically on the outside, because your outside world is reflecting your inside world, and you found that passion and that zest and that zeal for life even in the most mundane everyday things. And so now you're going to finally start to experience things outside of the mundane, right? You're going to start experiencing events that you feel are memory making and noteworthy and things, you know what I mean? Things of that nature. I hope that makes sense. Let's get one more. Let's get one more. Queen of Cups in the reverse position. Let me actually, and I was going to pull some shadow work oracle on that, because I feel like there might be some advice and guidance on this. Now, you guys don't have to stay for this if you don't want to. I know not everybody is up for receiving advice and guidance. You know, if not, then, you know, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If so, we're going to find out why the Queen of Cups energy here is in the reverse, because I have a feeling it has something to do with, you know, we got moon energy here, which is Cancer. It has to do with mind, and it has to do with emotions, right? Feelings and stuff like that. There we got vulnerable. Okay, that makes sense. Something about opening up your heart, feeling vulnerable, living in authenticity. Okay, Hermit. Okay, I got it. The next phase in your life, because we did have a peek at the 11th house, which is all about community. It's all about expanding networks, expanding your friends base, expanding. It's all about being around people. There may be a part of you that I think you want to be around people a lot more, but there may be a part of you that still feels you might have trust issues when it comes to people. Let's see. Yeah, then we got vulnerable, authenticity. Let's get one more. And you can take this in doses, because the advice and the guidance here is to maybe, you know, little by little, start allowing yourself to open yourself up to other people. Authenticity means, you know, you feel safe being yourself. You feel safe sharing your heart. And not to say, you know, that you don't have boundaries, right? Definitely have boundaries. You just don't want to be a prisoner to a wall. You don't want walls up around, you know, against people. Boundaries, right? Because boundaries let the right people in. So with the Queen of Cups in reverse here, the guidance is you may still have a wall up around people. This may be what has been keeping you from being able to, you know, expand your network, expand your friends base, maybe even, you know, meet your future spouse, maybe, you know, what's been keeping you from getting out there and meeting other people, whether it's dating or just meeting new friends and stuff like that. Just trust issues, right? Understanding and realizing that it doesn't really matter what others' opinions of you might be. And you know what, you guys, those assumptions, like if we go into a place and we automatically assumed we're being judged, that's usually coming from a place within where we're judging ourselves, right? The law of assumption, if you don't know what it is, go check it out. I actually teach somewhat about it on one of my other channels, which that channel is linked in the description box below. It's called, you know, Your Wish Fulfilled. This was something that I had, you know, it was very subconscious, but it was, you know, I was very hesitant to, you know, meet new people or go to places where I didn't know a lot of people, because my number one first instinct was I'm being judged, right? And that was an assumption. I didn't know if they were judging me or not, but because that was my assumption, that was the experience that I was creating for myself. I hope that makes sense. But here it's like creating the assumption that you can trust other people. Maybe not everybody, but you know what? You can trust everyone to be exactly who they are, and it has no bearing whatsoever on your worth. You know, you can expect that there's going to be people out there who are a lot like you, who love hard, you know, who don't pass judgment, who, you know, whatever. And then then you can trust that there are people out there who are battling and dealing with their own demons. And so they're going to, you know, judge others according to how they judge themselves. And none of it has anything to do whatsoever with your worth and your value and what you bring to the table as, you know, as a person, right? I hope that makes sense. Is there anything else that wants to come out here? So the advice and guidance here is to gradually, you know, according to however it feels comfortable for you, to allow yourself to open up your heart to other people again. Boundaries, right? Always have boundaries, but maybe start to work on, if you have walls up against people, you know, start bringing that wall down and put boundaries in its place. Okay. Anything else for pile 3? We have predictable and clockwork. Yeah, things are about to get very fun. Very fun. A very good balance though. It's like, you know, because sometimes things can get too predictable that it can get boring, but I just feel like, you know, whatever it is you've been striving for, it's like you're actually going to get it. Okay. You're going to be able to live a life where you are able to show up authentically. You feel safe in your everyday dealings, you know, no matter what it is you're doing. And it's going to be a great balance. You're going to be happy even doing the mundane things, and happy doing the, you know, exciting, you know, once in a lifetime. There you go. You guys are going to start having once in a lifetime things happening. Things that you're going to want to take pictures of, and things that are, you know, picture worthy, and things that are, you know, things that where you make a lot of memories. You're going to be just as very happy and excited in those moments as you are in your everyday life. Just, you're going to feel so fulfilled, so happy, and so satisfied. I feel like you already do though. That's why all of these once in a lifetime things are starting to happen. You're going to have lots of once in a lifetime things happening because you put yourself in that energy already. Okay, you guys, that is your reading. I hope that it resonated. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you at your next pick a card reading. Bye guys. Pile 4, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. This is Soul Purpose Activation. We're back with another future spouse pick a card reading, and we're going to keep it light today, you guys, as much as possible. We're just going to allow your future spouse to come through and share whatever feel-good messages that you might need. Okay, whether you need an ego boost, or maybe you just need a boost to your mood. Maybe you want to feel better about just your, you know, your life journey, or your journey to your future spouse, whatever it is, right? We're going to try and keep it nice and light and good news and all that good stuff for this reading. Okay, you guys. So you guys, keep in mind, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. And then, as you saw from the slide before, I have a lot of $25 future spouse readings available, including, you know, messages of love and guidance and feel-good messages from your future spouse. If you want this particular reading personalized for you by your future spouse, I'll tap into that energy specifically and exclusively. Okay, you guys. So pile 4, we're going to get right into your reading. You guys were drawn to the black, I want to say onyx, but it's actually obsidian, the black obsidian kitty. Okay, put him over here, and then we'll get the overall energy of what we got going on here. We got courage, explore, and new beginnings. Literally, there's a message here. So have the courage to explore new beginnings. Okay, hold on. Let me get the rest out. We have anchor, and then we also have house. And then we have healing. Have you, I'm picking up on hermit energy. Have you guys been kind of keeping yourself, I'm hearing isolated. Have you been keeping yourself kind of withdrawn? Maybe you've taken some time and you've withdrawn your energy from the outside and been spending some time on the inside, whether it's literally like just shut off in your house, or just kind of, you know, withdrawn your energy from any outward pursuits, you know, whatever it may be, and focusing mainly on healing. I'm picking up on some hermit energy, and maybe you've gotten comfortable in that space, and there's a message about, you know, cultivating the courage to explore. Maybe, you know, like, I don't know, I'm getting a really happy vibe, goofy vibe from the courage card. Like this person is swinging, you know, upside down on a trapeze, right? But just having fun. I'm hearing maybe you need pile 4. Maybe, I don't know if you're needing permission to go swing from the chandeliers for a little bit. You know what? This is showing me that you guys do have a wild and crazy side that maybe you have not allowed yourself up to this point for whatever reason to really let come out. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know if you need permission or if you've just been thinking about it and you're just like, you know, I really just want to go be irresponsible for a minute. Maybe not for like a lifetime, but it's like maybe not irresponsible, but letting your hair down, right? You know, a weekend of just going out and partying, and maybe, you know, I don't know. I don't want to advocate irresponsibility, but for some reason that message is coming out. I mean, maybe you've, you know, been a very responsible adult, and maybe it's like, maybe you see it as irresponsible, you know, going out and partying and swinging off the chandeliers and something like, but there's a part of you that needs that. There's a part of you that needs to let loose. There is a part of you, pile 4. You can deny it all you want to, but this is the energy that's coming through, and you pick this pile, okay? So don't be coming at me in the comments and saying that's not you. You pick this pile, so this is your energy, and if not, then that just means this is not your pile. Go pick another pile, right? But if it's been resonating so far and you were really drawn to this pile, you have a wild and crazy side to you, pile 4. I feel you've been kind of keeping under wraps for whatever reason, and that part of you is knocking at your door. It's wanting to come out. It's like, let's go party, let's go blow some money. Now, I'm not saying go like blow the rent money on stuff like that, but it's like, for some of you, I feel like you got some money that you could, if you want to, you could go blow some money and have a good time. Not to say that you do it every single weekend, but the feel good message here is, you know, and not to say that the only way that you can be wild and crazy is go blow a lot of money. No, there's a part of you that loves to swing off the chandeliers. You love to be wild. You love to be unpredictable. You love to be crazy. You love to be not like, you know what I mean? Crazy, and as in like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? There's a part of you that's down for the risk. It's like, you know what I mean? For some of you, it's like you need to have a house party. Okay, let's get some more into it. Ooh. Oh my gosh, we got the 8th house here, you guys. Okay, all right. Some of y'all need to get crazy in the bedroom. That's literally the message that's coming through. Pile 4, you know what? I'm here for it. I don't judge anybody, but I don't know. Pile 4, maybe you need to be responsible if you're going to do this, but for some of you, it's like you need to go and have a little bit of a hoe phase. Okay, have a little bit of a hoe phase. Now, again, if that just totally disgusts you and grosses you out, that was meant for someone and not for you, okay? Of course, you know, be careful and be responsible while you're doing stuff like that. Something about going wild and crazy in the dark. Let's see. Of course, that's not all 8th house energy is about. Let's do a couple more. Feel good messages for pile 4. You know what, pile 4, maybe, you know, part of the way that you are wild and crazy is exploring your sexuality a little bit more, exploring your comfort in your own skin. Pile 4, maybe some of you, you know, have been contemplating, you know, getting on or becoming part of some of these, you know, open groups when it comes to sexuality. It's like there's nothing wrong with that if that's what makes you happy, right? Let's get a couple more. Some of y'all might be some freaks when it comes to the bedroom, and maybe, you know, maybe there's a part of you that feels bad for wanting those things or wanting to have certain experiences in the bedroom. And the feel good message is like, why do you feel bad about wanting what you want? You know, if it's not harming you, if it's not harming anybody else, you know, unless it's just programming, right? Shame or guilt or something like that. But it's like, you're wild and crazy, you're fun, you're exciting, you're unpredictable, you're free and you're open. Go live that, right? Go live that. Let's get a couple more. There's a message here for some of you if you have been thinking about starting, like, you know, online adult content, like, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. We have conjunction. Pile 4 mainly for you guys. Yeah, and then we got Jupiter energy coming out, expansion. Then we also have Mars. This is a lot of sexual energy. Okay, that's how I'm going to read it. For those of you in pile 4, if you know you're not into those kinds of things, it's probably not going to really be your pile. Just click off and go to a different one. But I feel for a lot of you that picked pile 4, for some reason there's a need here to allow yourself the ability to explore your sexuality. Okay, to give yourself permission to explore your sexuality. And you know what? Exploring your sexuality doesn't have to mean, you know, having a hoe phase. You know, it could just simply be, you know, maybe you need to start exploring your sexuality just with yourself and learning what it is that turns you on. Like maybe you don't feel very connected to your body sexually, and there's multiple reasons why that might be. If you're needing or wanting permission, this is like it, you know, this is your permission to get in touch with your body and what turns it on and what revs its engine and what makes it hot and what it doesn't like, and not feeling bad or restricted either way. If something doesn't turn you on, don't feel bad for that. Right? You know, if you're not a freak in the sheets, don't feel bad for that. Not everybody is going to be. That doesn't mean, you know, and a freak in the sheet, I mean, there's different things, right? Certain things are going to turn you on versus certain things that aren't. And not to feel bad for what turns you on and what doesn't turn you on. You know, you might feel bad that, you know, you're not turned on by a monogamous relationship. You might feel bad that you're not turned on, you know, by having an, you know, open a relationship or whatever. I mean, think about it. We have different kinds of energies when it comes to, you know, sexuality and stuff. And if you get turned on by having one partner, there's nothing wrong with that. Just like there's nothing wrong with being turned on by having multiple partners. You just have to make sure that you are being careful and responsible either way. You know what I'm saying? And so with this one, it's like if there's any hangups when it comes to your sexuality, no matter what direction you go in, it's giving yourself the grace and the permission to be exactly who you are unapologetically when it comes to who and what you like in the bedroom. Okay, there's nothing wrong if you just like it with one person. You know, maybe you guys can, you know, you can give yourself permission to explore the various different positions and ways that you can spice it up and stuff like that, whatever it may be. Okay, the message here is that there's nothing wrong with you sexually. Nothing wrong with what you want sexually. There's nothing wrong with what you don't want sexually. It's all of it is perfect. And there is someone out here, your future spouse is going to love that about you, whether you're a freak in the sheets or not. Okay, if all you love to do, pile 4, is missionary, your future spouse is gonna love doing missionary with you. Okay, if if you're a freak in the sheets and you want a different sexual partner every week, your future spouse is gonna love that about you. The feel-good message for you guys here, pile 4, is just there's nothing wrong with what turns you on. There's nothing wrong with what doesn't turn you on. And, having the freedom to explore the different possibilities when it comes to your sexuality, okay? Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come through for you guys, pile 4. There is a lot of energy, though, when it comes to you and your guys. It's like whatever it is that turns you on, there's a lot of energy there. And it doesn't matter if all you want to do is missionary. You're really good at doing missionary, okay? There's just something about you sexually that is very on fire, very explosive, very interesting, very alluring, and very magnetizing, no matter what it is you do or don't do, okay? There's no competition here is what I'm saying and what I'm sensing and what I'm picking up on. You don't have to feel like you're in competition with somebody who is maybe not as, sexually open. And I don't even want to say that. Like, there's no such thing as like, just because you may not be into multiple partners does not mean you're not sexually open. It's just not your thing, right? There are different sexual orientations, and none of them are bad, none of them are better, none of them are whatever. It's just finding somebody that has the same sexual orientation as you have. And there's more to sexual orientations than just, you know, being gay or lesbian or straight or whatever, right? I also think that you know, monogamy, that's a sexual orientation. Not everybody wants it, you know, just like a polyamory, that's a sexual orientation. Not everybody wants it. You know, monogamy versus polyamory, they're not good or bad versus one versus the other. They're just different sexual orientations. And not to feel, you know, bad for, you know, one, you know, if you're not one versus the other, no one's in competition here, you know. Straights are not in competition with gay people or lesbians, right? Just like the monogamous people are not in competition with those who are polyamorous. There's, you know, they're just different sexual orientations. I hope that makes sense. You know, you can have just as much passion and energy and enthusiasm in one sexual orientation as the other people in the other one can. I feel like this is messages for those of you who might be feeling bad for not being a certain way in the bedroom and you feel that you should be. Yeah, it's like, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad for what turns you on or what doesn't turn you on, okay? For those of you, yeah, it's like maybe you need to start, you know, start off with, you know, maybe some sexy time by yourself and find out what, you know, when you're by yourself and you're having that sexy time by yourself, you will know what turns you on just based off of the thoughts that are running through your head, as you know, you're working towards that climax, you know, and allow those thoughts to come through and try not to judge them. You know, you might be very surprised what turns you on when you aren't judging yourself for what turns you on. I hope that makes sense, right? And then with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it's like trying, yeah, not working so hard towards it. Some of you may have a hard time achieving climax, but pile 4, there's a lot of it has to do with healing. There's something going on, maybe mentally or subconsciously, that might be kind of getting in the way, and it may have a lot to do with judging yourself for what does or doesn't turn you on. And it's like, you know, you can really find out who you are. And maybe this is, you know, you're needing to start by yourself solo in the bedroom and allow these thoughts like, what turns me on, you know, and you'll find out it doesn't take that long to achieve climax when you're doing that. And for some of you, if you're virgins, right, maybe you have, or you feel bad for even having that alone time sexually. You know, I'm sure it has to do with maybe religious connotations or something like that. But the feel-good message here is literal. It's like, you know, you're not hurting anybody. You're not hurting yourself. You know, I mean, that's my own, it's not my opinion. It's what I personally know to be true. But again, yeah, I'm not here to, you know, shove my beliefs down anyone's throat. But yeah, it can be so easy to achieve that rush by yourself, and then you can start to, you know, translate that over, you know, adding another partner or other partners into the mix. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead, and then we got the Knight of Wands showing up at the back of the deck. Yeah, this is all about sexy time, you guys. You're basically being given permission to have fun in your body, have a lot of fun in your body, whether that's by yourself or with someone else or with someone else's, okay? Yeah. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and end your reading there, pile 4. I hope that it resonated. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you guys at your next reading. Bye.